Researchers discovered that adults over 60 with chronic constipation have 3 times the risk of dementia. 3 times. Why? Because the waste sitting in your gut produces toxins, microscopic poisons that cross through your intestinal wall and reach your brain. Are you having more memory lapses? Brain fog after meals? It might not be age. It might be what's rotting inside you. The number 1 oil on this list cleans out that toxic waste before it causes permanent damage. I've spent the last 6 months reviewing hundreds of medical studies on digestion and aging. The average person lost 2.5 inches off their waistline in 30 days. Not from dieting, from finally eliminating what their body was holding on to, and what the research shows goes against everything mainstream medicine has been telling you for decades. Right now, you're probably struggling to button your pants, feeling sluggish after meals, watching your belly grow no matter what you eat. But what if one simple oil changed all of that? It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now, but you're using it completely wrong. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why your gut stayed clogged and your belly stayed swollen no matter how hard you tried. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening inside your gut right now. After 50, your digestive system slows down by nearly 40%. Bile is the solvent your body uses to break down fat and flush waste through your intestines. Without it, food doesn't move. It sits. It rots. Your gut becomes sluggish, your belly bloats, and your body starts storing fat it should be eliminating. When bile production drops, everything falls apart. Fat sticks to your intestinal walls. Toxins recirculate into your blood. Inflammation spreads. Your doctor will tell you to eat more fiber, drink more water, take a probiotic. And sure, those things help a little, but they're treating symptoms. They're not addressing the root cause, your body's collapsing bile production. But here's what changes everything. Certain oils force your liver to produce bile again through basic biochemistry that's been proven in thousands of studies. Specific fatty acids in these oils signal your liver to release stored bile into your intestines. And when bile floods your gut, waste starts moving within hours. When this happens, waste elimination can increase by 40 to 55% in a single day. You feel it immediately. The bloating lifts, the heaviness fades. But not all oils work. I'm going to save you time and money right now. You're going to see people selling black seed oil and flaxseed oil as gut cleaners. Don't waste your money. Black seed oil improved digestive markers by only 6% over 8 weeks in studies. Flaxseed oil? Your body converts less than 10% of it into usable forms, and it goes rancid in weeks. If you want omega-3s, buy fish oil. It's cheaper and actually works. Now let's focus on what really matters. Oil number 4, castor oil. Your grandmother probably used this. It's been used for over 3,000 years as a natural laxative, and there's a reason it survived this long. It works. Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid that directly stimulates the smooth muscle contractions in your intestinal walls. Within 2 to 6 hours of taking it, things start moving. Fast. Here's the truth. Castor oil is too intense for daily use. If you take it every day, your intestines become dependent on it. Your natural contractions weaken. But used strategically, castor oil is a powerful reset button. Once or twice a week, it flushes out compacted waste that's been sitting for days or weeks. Think of it as the emergency tool in your kit, not the foundation. How to use it? 1 tablespoon before bed on an empty stomach. Take it on a night when you'll be home the next morning because you will need to be near a bathroom. Some people mix it with orange juice to mask the thick texture. The next morning, you'll experience complete elimination. Everything that was stuck comes out. For people who haven't had a proper bowel movement in days, it's life-changing. But don't abuse it. Use it once a week max, twice if you're really backed up. After a month of using the other oils on this list, you probably won't need castor oil at all. But in the beginning, when your system is learning to work again, it's valuable. Score 6 out of 10. Powerful but not sustainable for daily use. Now before I go to number 3, I need to warn you about something. The number 1 oil on this list, when I first researched it, the results I found genuinely shocked me. People reporting reactions within hours that seemed too good to be true. But when I dug into the clinical studies, Everything made sense. I'll tell you about that when we get there. First, oil number 3. Oil number 3, MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides. This one's different because of how fast it works. MCT oil doesn't need bile to be absorbed. It bypasses your normal fat digestion process entirely and goes straight to your liver for immediate energy conversion. That means 2 things. First, you get an energy boost within 30 minutes. No blood sugar spike, no crash, just clean energy. Second, because it moves through your system so quickly, it stimulates everything else to move faster too. When MCT oil hits your intestines, it creates a mild osmotic effect. It pulls water into your digestive tract, which softens waste and makes it easier to pass. At the same time, it signals your liver to ramp up bile production for the other fats you're eating. Studies show that people who add MCT oil to their diet experience a 15 to 25% increase in metabolic rate. That's your entire digestive system speeding up. The best part? MCT oil is flavorless and odorless. You can add it to coffee, smoothies, salad dressings, anything. 1 tablespoon in your morning coffee, and you've got sustained energy plus digestive stimulation for the next 4 to 6 hours. A bottle costs around $15 to $20 and lasts a month. 2 warnings. First, start slow. If you jump straight to 2 tablespoons, you will get diarrhea. Your gut isn't used to processing fat this efficiently. Start with 1 teaspoon for the first 3 days. Then move to 1 tablespoon. After a week, you can go to 2 tablespoons if you want. Second, MCT oil is fast-acting, but short-lived. It gets things moving quickly, but it doesn't rebuild your digestive foundation. That requires something more powerful. Score, 7 out of 10. Fast, effective, but not a complete solution. Now you might be thinking, okay, MCT is 7 out of 10. What's better? Here's where it gets interesting. The next 2 oils work differently than anything we've talked about so far. They don't just stimulate bile. They actually kill the bad bacteria in your gut that's been causing half your problems. Oil number 2. Oil number 2, coconut oil. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters. Coconut oil contains about 65% medium-chain fatty acids. The key compound here is lauric acid, a fatty acid that stimulates bile production and fights harmful gut bacteria at the same time. Here's why that matters. A lot of people over 50 don't just have slow digestion. They have bacterial overgrowth, bad bacteria fermenting food, producing gas, causing inflammation. Lauric acid kills these bacteria without harming the good ones. Studies show that coconut oil reduces harmful bacteria populations by up to 40% within 2 weeks of consistent use. At the same time, it's triggering your liver to release more bile, which means fat breaks down faster and waste moves more efficiently. People report significant reduction in bloating within the first week, gas decreases, bowel movements become more regular, and over time your gut lining actually heals because the chronic inflammation from bacterial overgrowth finally stops. One study found that participants taking 2 tablespoons of coconut oil daily for 4 weeks experienced a 35% improvement in digestive comfort scores. How to use it? 2 tablespoons per day? But here's the key. Take it with food, not on an empty stomach. Coconut oil is solid at room temperature, which means it needs to melt and mix with your meal for optimal absorption. Add it to your morning eggs, stir it into oatmeal, cook your vegetables in it. Just make sure you're getting 2 tablespoons daily. You want organic, unrefined virgin coconut oil. The refined stuff has been processed with heat and chemicals, which destroys the beneficial compounds. Virgin coconut oil smells like coconut. If it doesn't smell like anything, it's been overprocessed. A good quality jar costs about $12 to $18 and lasts 3 to 4 weeks. That's 50 to 60 cents per day. One warning, some people experience loose stools in the first few days. It's not diarrhea, it's your system adjusting to increased bile flow. This is actually a good sign. It means it's working. It passes within 3 to 5 days. If it doesn't, cut back to 1 tablespoon for a week, then work back up. Coconut oil delivers consistent long-term results. It stimulates bile, kills bad bacteria, reduces inflammation, and supports gut lining repair all at the same time. But there's one oil that's even more powerful. And you're probably wondering, if coconut oil is an 8 out of 10, what could possibly be a 10? The answer will surprise you because you definitely have it in your kitchen. But there's one right way and 3 wrong ways to use it. Oil number 1, extra virgin olive oil. This is it, the gold standard. The single most powerful natural oil for restoring gut function after 50. Extra virgin olive oil contains 75% oleic acid, a monounsaturated fatty acid that triggers the most aggressive biorelease of any dietary fat. When oleic acid hits your small intestine, it sends a direct signal to your gallbladder. Release bile now, and your gallbladder responds immediately. A study published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that participants who consumed 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil on an empty stomach experienced a 62% increase in bile secretion within 30 minutes. That's a complete reset of your digestive system. Daily consumption keeps bile production elevated all day long, which means every meal gets properly digested and every bit of waste gets pushed through efficiently. But it doesn't stop there. Olive oil contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds called polyphenols that directly repair damage to your gut lining. Years of inflammation and poor digestion create tiny holes in your intestinal wall. Polyphenols fill these gaps. Studies show that consistent olive oil consumption reduces gut inflammation markers by up to 40% in just 4 weeks. And here's the part that shocked me when I first read the research. Olive oil doesn't just move waste through your system. It actively breaks down old, compacted waste that's been stuck for months or even years. The combination of increased bile flow and the emulsifying properties of oleic acid literally dissolves hardened material. People report passing waste they didn't even know was in there. Dark, dense material that's been sitting since who knows when. The timeline is consistent across hundreds of reports. Within 24 to 48 hours, you feel lighter. That constant pressure in your abdomen starts to ease. By day 3 or 4, bowel movements become more complete. You're not straining. You're not sitting there for 20 minutes. You go, you're done. You feel empty. After 1 week, the bloating that plagued you for years is noticeably reduced. Your pants fit differently. The tight, uncomfortable feeling after every meal starts to fade. At 2 weeks, your energy improves dramatically. You're not exhausted after eating. You don't need a nap at 2 p.m. Your body isn't wasting energy trying to digest and eliminate anymore. It's working efficiently. And by 1 month, the transformation is undeniable. Regular, complete elimination every single day. No bloating, no discomfort. Just this warm, clean feeling in your core like your insides finally work the way they're supposed to. 2 tablespoons every morning on an empty stomach. Empty stomach means no food for at least 8 hours. Your body absorbs the oleic acid faster and triggers maximum bile release when there's nothing competing for digestion. Buy cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil in dark glass bottles. Look for harvest dates, not just expiration dates. Real extra virgin olive oil costs about $12 to $18 for a bottle that lasts a month. 60 cents per day. The taste is rich and slightly peppery. If you really can't take it straight, mix it with a small amount of lemon juice. The citric acid actually enhances absorption. One warning. Some people experience loose stools the first few days. It's called a bile flush response, and it happens in about 20% of people. Your gut is adjusting. It passes within days. Another warning. Olive oil stimulates your gallbladder. If you have a history of gallstones or gallbladder disease, consult your doctor first. Score 10 out of 10. This is the foundation of everything. Now let me tell you exactly how to implement this. The 30-day protocol, week 1 and 2, foundation, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil every morning, empty stomach, nothing else. Let your body adjust, just olive oil for 2 weeks. You'll feel improvement in the first few days, but give your system time to fully adapt. Week 3 and 4, acceleration. Olive oil continues every morning. Now add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in the afternoon with your lunch. Once per week on Saturday night or whenever works for you, take 1 tablespoon of castor oil before bed. This is your weekly deep clean. After 30 days, maintenance. Olive oil every day. That never stops. Coconut oil 3 to 4 times per week. Castor oil once or twice per month when you feel like you need a reset. That's it. Simple. Anyone can follow this. In 3 days, you'll feel lighter. After a week, your bowel movements become more complete and regular. At 2 weeks, you'll notice your pants fitting differently. Energy improves. By 1 month, your gut will have improved so dramatically that your doctor will be shocked. But consistency is everything. You cannot take olive oil for 3 days and expect permanent results. This is a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth. The difference? This actually reverses the damage. And it costs about $15 per month. Compare that to prescription digestive medications that cost hundreds and come with side effects. My challenge to you: commit to taking extra virgin olive oil every morning for 30 days. Just 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice the bloating disappearing. Pay attention to your energy returning. Watch your belly flatten as old waste finally moves out. Take a photo of your stomach today. Take another in 30 days. You'll see the difference. This works. The science is real. But you have to actually do it. Your gut won't fix itself. Now, if you're over 60 and this makes sense to you, click that subscribe button right now. And please share this video with someone you love who's struggling with digestive issues. This could give them their freedom back. The freedom to travel, to go out, to live without fear. Link in the description for the products I use. I'll see you in the next video.